I'm 54 years old and I'm building my exit from my 9 to 5. Not because I hate working, not because I'm trying to get rich overnight, and definitely not because I think that some passive income scheme is going to save me. I'm building my exit because I realized something. A few weeks from now, my daughter is moving 15 hours away. I'm going to drive down to help her move. And honestly, I've been thinking about this a lot. Because while I'm so incredibly grateful that I'm able to go for a couple of days, I can only stay for a couple of days. Not because she wants me to leave, not because I want to leave, but because I have to go back to work. That realization hit me a lot harder than I expected. Because what I really want isn't necessarily more money. I want more options. I want the freedom to be able to stay another week or two if she needs me to. I want the freedom to be able to say yes. I want more control over my future than my work schedule allows. That's why I've spent the last few months making 5 major changes in my life. Changes that are designed to help me create more freedom, more options, and ultimately a path out of depending on a single paycheck. Today, I just want to walk through those 5 changes that I've been making. Because if you are over 50 and starting to wonder whether there might be another way forward, then this video is definitely for you. If we haven't met yet, my name is Kim, 54 years old. And on this channel, I help women over 50 create freedom, more options, and more control over their future by building an online business. And definitely not because I think that everyone should quit their jobs, not because I think that having an online business is easy, but because I believe that more women deserve more choices than simply hoping one paycheck carries them through for the next 20 years. I'm documenting my journey right here as I build it myself. So let's start with change number 1. I stopped thinking and focusing on retirement, and I started to think about other options that I can do. Because for me personally, retirement always felt like something distant, right? Something that would never come, something I could worry about later and catch up later, and something that I would definitely figure out. But as I move into my 50s, the conversation definitely changed on my head. So instead of asking, can I retire? I started asking, what kind of life do I want? And that changed everything for me. Because what I really wanted wasn't necessarily retirement, completely no more working for the rest of my life, because I do enjoy working. I just wanted more options, and I wanted the ability to be able to visit my family. I wanted the flexibility, the freedom, the control, and I realized that options don't magically appear. At least they don't for me. You have to build them one decision at a time, one skill at a time, one action at a time. And that shift completely changed the way that I looked at my future. Change number 2 was I stopped believing that a good job equals security. This one was difficult because we see our parents having the pensions, right? Having been at a company for 20, 30, 40 years. And unfortunately, that just doesn't happen nowadays. Because like many women, I worked hard. I built my career. I climbed the corporate ladder, right? I tried to be responsible. I was loyal to my companies. And I thought I did what I was supposed to do. But I've also been laid off. Not once, but twice in the last 10 years alone. The last time I was in my 50s. And if you've ever gone through a layoff, especially in your 50s, you understand something immediately, that a paycheck and security are definitely not the same thing. A job can be awesome because it can provide income. It can provide stability. Let me say that, I emphasize the could, right? But ultimately, your paycheck is still dependent on decision that you cannot control. The company can change. Leadership can change. The economy can change. Policies change. And suddenly your future feels a lot more uncertain. And obviously it doesn't mean jobs are bad because I still have one. But I no longer view my job as a security plan. And that was a huge mindset for me. Change number 3 is I started to learn skills instead of chasing opportunities. So this is probably one of the most important changes that I actually made because for years I would hear people talk about opportunities, trends, business, side hustles, strategies, and eventually I started to realize something. Opportunities come and go. skills stay with you. So instead of me asking what's the next opportunity, because I've chased hundreds of them, I started to ask what skills could I learn to create more opportunities. And for me, that meant learning content creation, marketing, audience building, communication, online business systems. And the best thing about learning new skills is no one can take them away from you. And once you learn just a couple new skill sets, they can create an unlimited amount of opportunities. And as we get older, I believe that skills are one of the best investments that we can make in ourselves. So if you're still with me and you're interested in learning about the online business model that I am personally building, I have a free guide for you. It's called the Freedom Formula Blueprint. Just click on the link in the description below. And it walks through the framework that's helping me create more options, more freedom, more opportunities beyond a paycheck. And if you want a copy, again, it's in the link in the description below. Change number 4, and this is something that a lot of people over 50 think that they cannot do because they think that they're too old. I started building an online business, not a side hustle, not another job, but a business. And there's a difference. Because a side hustle often creates more work. A business creates assets. A side hustle generally depends on your time. But a business, if you have the right things in place, can continue working even when you are not actively working your business every single minute. Doesn't mean it's easy, because it definitely isn't. Building a business requires effort, learning, consistency, patience. But I realized something. The effort required to build something I own feels so much different than the effort required to build someone else's future. When I spend time creating content like videos like this and learning marketing, building systems, growing an audience, I'm building an asset, and that asset creates options. And that excites me more than anything else, because options are exactly what I want more of. Change number 5 is I got clear on exactly what freedom meant for me. And I think this is the biggest lesson of them all, because for a long time, for years, I thought freedom meant financial freedom, money, wealth, retirement. But now freedom means something more simple and something more achievable. Freedom simply means being there for the people that I love. Freedom means time. It means choices. It means the ability to be able to say yes when my kids need me, when opportunities appear, when life happens. That's what I'm building towards. Definitely not perfection by any means, not unlimited wealth, not some fantasy lifestyle, not the Lamborghini in the driveway, just options, more freedom, more control over my time, more control over my paycheck. And honestly, this feels incredibly meaningful. And you know what? I don't know what the next 5 years are going to look like, because much as I have tried to plan my life, as life always throws curveballs at you, right? Last year, my husband had a heart attack, and I think that was the ultimate curveball that I didn't expect. And the reality is, I'm 54 now, and I don't know exactly when I'll leave my 9 to 5. I don't know exactly how this journey is going to unfold, but I do know this. I do not want one paycheck determining every important decision of my life. And I don't want work to decide how long I can spend with my kids, especially when they need me. And I don't want fewer options as I get older. I want more. And that's why I'm building this business one step at a time, one skill at a time, one video at a time. So if you are a woman over 50 who wants more freedom, more options, and more control over your future, you're in the right place. So make sure you subscribe, because it's exactly what we're going to talk about here. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me, what is the biggest reason you would leave your 9 to 5 sooner? I'd love to read your answers. And one of the biggest questions that I've been getting is where I find the time to build a business while I work full time and still take care of my kids. So in this video, I'm actually going to show you how I'm building my future in just 14 hours a week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.